We've been making films up in northern Canada, and specifically in Canada, for about 25 years here. We discovered Northern Ontario as a real great production hub. And out of that, it just kind of led to, well, what was the things that were lacking up here or needed from the pain point of the industry? And one was a studio. And because of the cost of building a solid brick and mortar studio, we thought the alternative would be a pop-up air dome type studio. So we worked on it for a number of years, and now we've got one going up. That's what's right behind me. It's the largest and first of its kind in the world. It's in Wahnapitae First Nation land up in northern Ontario, and it is the first and largest 20,000 square foot clear span pop-up studio in the world, and we're very proud of that.
I've been involved with Wahnapitae since 1988. When we first came out here, there was no hydro, no phones, no roads. All of the naysayers basically saying, you're not going to get hydro, you can't do this, because there was only 2 people living here. So now we've got close to 150 people living here now, 700 people on our ban list that could move back to the community. So we're continually striving to make new subdivisions, all that different kind of stuff to enhance more opportunities out here in Wahnapitae.
I've been involved with Roy in different businesses here on the reserve for a number of years. Basically, when the opportunity arose to look into the involvement with the movie studio, I thought it was very exciting, and becoming partners, we had that opportunity, and here we are, and things are looking good.
Doing a soundstage this way as opposed to traditional brick and mortar construction, the advantages are that we can do it cheaper and faster. The timeline between brick and mortar and air-filled structure such as this, from the day you order it to the day it's up and running, 90 days, we can have it up and running.
There is no pressure inside the space, only in walls, in tubes. So this is advantageous. Windows, doors and gates can be opened all the time. It's no problem for such a building because no pressure is inside. Buildings consist of inflatable frame. This frame is actually pipes, tubes, 4.5 meters in diameter. While inflating, fans are working about 5 hours. But later, if pressure is slowed down, fans are automatically turned on and pressure goes to the right value. About 3, maybe 5 times per day, pumps are turned on for 5 minutes.
Permitting and all that different kind of stuff, we're not as handcuffed with some of the rules and regulations that the city has to follow. We make sure through our building association codes that we follow to make sure it's good to go. We started actually digging for the foundation really at the beginning of September. We had to remove 7 feet of earth down below, then refill the hole back up, packing it all down. At the end of October, we had the foundation all poured. We were just waiting for the building to arrive. So we're really 4 months into this. Outside of Wahnapitae, probably it would take you 3 years, first of all, to apply for the permits, all the red tape, all that kind of stuff. Just that part, we'd have been sitting here talking and talking and talking about it forever.
These buildings are easy to deliver. They need not so much space while delivering with thick can. Or last such a building was delivered in USA with airplane. Such a building with sizes 50 meters wide and 50 meters length, 25 meters high, can be delivered only with 2 40 feet thick can.
So we're going to deploy what we refer to in the industry as a volume. It is essentially 1,875 LED monitors that we stack in the form of a 2.5-story high wall, and it's going to be 340 degrees. This technology is going to allow us to be able to shoot in any location in the world within seconds. This really is the future of production. We refer to it as virtual production, which essentially is a different methodology because we start off literally building all of our locations in CG, so we have complete control over them within the shooting process. So it's essentially real-time filmmaking.
Well, the volume itself is a new efficient way for making productions. Speed to market, cost, the ability for actors to function much better on set for eye lines and things like that. The timing, the daily shooting increases, so you don't have to go anywhere. The locations come to you. So you can be in Paris in the morning and 42nd and Broadway in the afternoon. So it's an incredibly efficient way to shoot films.
Mother Nature does not become a producer when we're utilizing the volume, which is a huge advantage because we're not faced with the elements. This wall will save us anywhere from 15 to 25% on typical budgets, just by not having to deal with paying for travel, for lodging, those kinds of things that you normally deal with in linear production.
We want to make this the destination that when producers and directors are all talking about where we want to shoot a film, we want it right here. You want it in Wanapitei. Yep.